All right, let's get more on green supply chains and bring in Professor Yin Haitao, Executive Director of the ESG Institute at Shanghai Jiao Tong University. Professor Yin, welcome to the program. So, look, transforming a coal-rich country like China with an uneven distribution of energy resources and 1.4 billion people, I feel, is no easy task. It's very challenging, but China has now established the world's most comprehensive new energy industrial chain. It's also the world's largest clean energy investor. So what are some of the main takeaways you think that China can share with the world in terms of how to build up green energy supply chains and green industries overall?
Thank you, Michael. The development of new energy indeed surprised the world. In 2024, last year, the installed wind and solar electricity generation capacity in China has exceeded 40% of the country's total. I think the biggest secret for this astonishing growth is consensus. If you ask anyone in China, no matter who works for the university, for the government, or industrial sector, asking the question, are we going to achieve carbon neutrality? The answer will be a big yes. So in order to achieve this goal, do we need to focus on low carbon energy? The answer will be a big yes again. Because of this consensus, I think the policy uncertainty surrounding new energy development is extremely low. Because of this consensus, business communities are willing to make investment. As you mentioned, in 2023, China's investment in energy transition reached 676 billion US dollars, making it the world's largest in this field. CATL, the leading battery manufacturer in China, invested 10 billion USD in research and development in the last 10 years. It is also because of this big consensus, people like me who work for the university are willing to spend our time, our energy to study new energy transition. So I think the biggest secret is when we have this consensus, we are going to have concerted efforts from government, business, as well as academia. So the task of new energy transition, as well as building a supply chain for this, although very, very challenging, will be doable, achievable. Thank you, Michael.
So, Professor Yin, I guess that consensus also leads to policy consistency and policy certainty, like you mentioned. Then how is China collaborating with emerging markets and other developing economies to green their industrial bases as well? What solutions can China offer on that front, as it is now the largest clean energy investor in the world, which I'm assuming it has a lot of experiences to share with other developing economies also?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. That's a very good question. You know, climate change is a global challenge. We cannot win the war against global warming without working with other countries. I think, we have a lot to offer. The biggest one, the best gift I think China offered to the world is technology. As we mentioned before, China already invested a lot in new energy technology. We also accumulated a lot of experience in new energy project development. I think this technology and know-how is very valuable for any country which is determined to make a transition to low carbon economy, low carbon society. I think China, as of now, as we speak, China has worked with more than 100 countries for developing new energy project. As we mentioned, climate change is a global challenge. We have to work together.